surrounded by sherry matured Laphroaig. It's not a bad position to be in, right? Welcome back, guys. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Wade and you are here on McIntyre's Malts. Today we are doing another Laphroaig versus. This one today we have the Laphroaig PX Cask versus the Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak Finish. The main difference between the two is the type of sherry cask that they are matured in. On the PX cask, we have 48% ABV, and on the Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak, we also have 48% ABV. If you're looking at picking up some of these yourself, the PX cask is a travel retail exclusive, but due to COVID, I was able to buy it in retail at about $200. The Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak Finish, on the other hand, $160, right up to the same $200 for the PX cask. Another key difference that's very obvious right now is that the Laphroaig 10 has an age statement and the PX cask does not. The PX cask is finished in Pedro Jimenez casks, and the Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak is finished in Oloroso sherry casks. The other thing that I should mention is the PX cask bottle is a 1 litre bottle of Laphroaig, being a travel retail exclusive, and the Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak is 700 mils. So let's see, maybe that gives you a bit of context, a little bit of the difference between the two. Okay, so as per usual, we're going to try on the nose, we're going to try on the palate, and then we're going to determine which is today's winner of this versus. So I've got the PX cask Laphroaig here to give you a bit of a look at the color. And this is the 10 Sherry Oak on this side. Now, I'm going to bring these up side by side to see if you can pick a difference between the two. For me personally, what I can see, I'm hoping you're picking up on this as well, is the Sherry Oak on this side is a little touch darker. Bit more of a mahogany, whereas this one's a bit more auburn on the PX cask. Let's begin now with the nosing on the PX cask Laphroaig. It's lovely. And then the note just changed. The second nose instantly changed. I'm getting seaweed, wet rocks by the beach. The iodine is there, most certainly. The typical Laphroaig character is present. Red fruits are here. I get a bit more of like a crunchy red apple. Cola notes are coming in. I've done also reviews on both of these whiskies on their own as well. If you'd like to check those out, I'll also drop a link to those. There's almost like a thick underlying viscous, like a molasses and almost like a thick licorice even. The aniseed notes are on this one. Lovely nose. Okay, let's now try the nose on the Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak. Oh, way more different than I expected. That's cool. Oh, okay, initial note of sulfur, like a burnt match smell, and then quickly dissipated. Similar notes in that Obviously, the Laphroaig iodine is most certainly present. Less sweeter tones that I'm picking up on the nose, right? This one's more absolutely that Oloroso nuttiness, almost like roasted almonds. There isn't as many different notes on the Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak. There's a slight caramel note here. A little bit more of a toffee is there. Far less sweet than the PX cask. On the initial nosing, I would probably lean towards the nose on the PX cask. Just feels like there's a little bit more going on there. So let's try the initial sip on the palate of the Laphroaig PX cask. Cheers. Mmm. 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 I like this. I'm a big fan. Yeah, there it is. Comes on. The Laphroaig starts to build up that typical Laphroaig. The heat, the peatiness, it's all there. The fact we have a good ABV at 48%, and then it just started to just unfold into the sweetness. Almost came out the back of my palate and rolled down forward across the front of my tongue. And now I've got this slight little bit of dryness. The oak is there, very prominent, sweet into that savory, and just mellows out with a little bit of bite. Seaweed notes now, salty for sure. Good contrast. There's a lot of different things going on here. Okay, Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak on the palate. Mm. Mm. The Sherry Oak has a nicer mouthfeel, comes on very soft, starts to build, and then I get this eruption of spice. The nuttiness, this beautiful nutmeg comes in and just starts to caress my palate. And then it just sort of transitions into more of spice and nuttiness, as if almost you're baking something, right? Most certainly still a Laphroaig, but they are both very different. A lot more dryness on the finish of the Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak than I did on the PX cask. Another sip of each and make my call. Final sip and the finish for the Laphroaig PX cask. Mm-hmm. Mouth watering. Yep. Just waves of flavor going down the back of my palate. It's everywhere. It's wonderful. Okay, now let's do the final sip. Laphroaig 10 Sherry Oak. Mm. The flavor arrival and development is shorter. The finish lingers on both. It absolutely just keeps carrying on, hanging on, but far more of a journey on the PX cask. And today's winner of the Versus Challenge is the Laphroaig PX Cask. For me, there's just more complexity on the nose, a nicer journey on the flavor profile as it unfolds on your palate. It's got more happening, and the contrast of the sweet and the salty, the earthy notes, it just hit the mark for me. It just works, right? The only thing I would like on the PX cask is just a bit more viscosity to it, a little bit more thickness. With that said, today's video will be finished off with me enjoying the rest of this dram of the PX cask. If you have enjoyed this one and you like the Versus series that I'm doing, please leave a like on the video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and check out some of the other Versus videos that I have in the series. Slàinte mhath.